let's do Sir Thek. Well, that went bad. Well, you know what? Let's just leave that. I never wrote anything here, right? Let's just put Sir Thekos like this. Hey everyone, this is Thekos, and today I'm here with another print and play. I just wanted to show off the logo on my new game mat. But yeah, today I'm playing through Elemental Force, the Battle of the Elements. That is a game that I backed on Kickstarter for just a few bucks, and I thought it looked kind of interesting, so well, I thought I'd just back it and try it out, and I did, and now I'm going to show it to you. This is a pretty simple a game with a pretty simple premise. So the story is that the multiverse is converging and you are the only one who can save your universe from being lost forever. And you travel across the map to battle each kingdom's champion for their elemental power so you can stop the convergence. Works like this. We have 2 dice that we roll. Let me just put them here into frame like this. And what you do is you roll these 2 dice. One of them is your movement, so you start here at the altar in the middle, and then you just go to one of these directions here, and then you go 1, for example. Like 1 is your movement, 1 die, and the other die is your is like this dice roll over here. So when you have a 1, you miss your go, so you cannot move. 2 is no effect, 3 is gain 1 step, 4 is no effect, 5 is lose 1 step, 6 is extra turn. So gain and lose 1 step just means increasing or decreasing the value of your die. You can also just stop before, right? So if you have a 4, you can only move 3 if you want to, but like these mountains here or these obstacles, they stop you anyway. And you have like 30 rounds to win when you play solo. You can also play it multiplayer and you can battle other players if you want to. And we need to go to one of these hexes that touch that element. For example, these 3 touch air. And when we are there, then we battle against the element, trying to take its elemental power. It's just pretty much rolling for the player and rolling for the element, and then trying to have a higher roll. Right? And that's pretty much how it works. We will just go to each element and we will try to get their power, and then at the end we will go back to the altar. If we can manage that in 30 rounds, then we win the game. So there's another thing that alters the game, and that is here the assistants. So we can choose one of these 3 assistants here. The combat expert that adds +2 to 1 roll out of 3 in combat. The navigator, which allows us to turn one other direction during movement, because we can only go in 1 line per die, right? But this one lets us move just change the direction once per movement. And the mage allows us to teleport anywhere on the map every 10th go. So that means 10, 20, 30, right? Every 3 times during the game. I already decided that I will go with the combat expert, because moving around I think is not a problem. I mean, we don't have any enemies on the map. We have the obstacles. Yeah, okay, sure, cool. But for example, let's go to air. Then I will just go in a straight line here, and then I'm already there. Then I can go in a straight line here, right? Then here I can't quite go in a straight line, but I can kind of just shift a little bit and then go in a straight line. So it is possible. It is definitely possible to play this game here without needing the navigator, and the mage teleporting 3 times during the game is not enough for me. So combat is more difficult because there we don't have really any mitigation. So that is definitely more important. So I'm going to take this one. So the combat expert will help us the most, I think. Then we will put our name here. So let's just put Sir Thekos. Oh, that doesn't quite fit, right? Let's do Sir Thek. Well, that went bad. Well, you know what? Let's just leave that. I never wrote anything here, right? Let's just put Sir Thekos like this, right? We're in the 2nd line now. Okay. Well, I could have just taken this pen and then I could have just erased that. But I mean, you always know better afterwards, right? So I'm not sure if we will have to erase something or not. So I will play the game with that pen here, although I like this one much more, but just in case we need to erase something. All right, and now we can pretty much get started. You know the main rules, and I will explain the rest of the rules as we go. So moves. So let's just say we move now. And let's roll our dice. So we have 5 and a 6. We can extra turn. Sounds pretty good. So I think I will use the 5 to move 5, and I will go to the direction of the air champion. So I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I would be there. And I would use the 6 to have an extra turn, which is great, because then I won't have to cross a move off. So let's do an extra turn. That's 4 and 6. Well, that's great. Let's use the 6 again for an extra turn. We are pretty lucky at the moment. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And yeah, just have another extra turn. Okay, something is not right here. This is always coming up to a 6. Is something wrong with the die? No, it's not. I guess I was just really lucky. Okay, then I guess it was another 6. So let's go here, but we don't need that extra turn anyway, right? Because we are now at the air champion, and now we need to battle the air champion. And that was all one move because we were lucky with our 6s. So, and now with the air champion, it works like this. I will, of course, take the red and black die because that is my YouTube color. Or these are my YouTube colors. And I will now roll the die. So I have a 3. And the air champion will also roll a die, which is a 4. So the air champion would win. I do have the combat expert now, right? So I could add +2 to my roll, and then I would win 1 out of 3. And I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to use the combat expert now. So I have a 5, and the air champion has a 4. So I have 1 point now, but I need 2 out of 3 to be able to win. So I will roll again. That's a 3, and the air champion has a 6. So these were, by the way, each of these rolls here is 1 move, right? So these were 2 moves already. So now it's 1-1. So it's my turn again. 3 again, and a 2. So I actually won now. So that was another move, but I got 2 points, and the air champion got 1 point. So I won this. So that means that now I can cross off the, let me do it like this, the air element here. So we got 1 of 4 elements, right? So now I think it's pretty simple because I will just move down here to the fire one because that is a straight line that is pretty easy to get to. So we have a 2 and a 5. Let's do the 5 for movement. 2 doesn't have any effect, so we will just move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that was another move. So we already have 5 of 30 moves, but I think we're still doing fine. And then we have 3 and a 4. The 3 would be 1 extra step. So let's use the 4 to move and gain 1 extra step from the 3, which is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we just need a 1, right? So it doesn't really matter here. Let's use the 2 for the effect, so no effect, and just move down 1, which is another movement. Wait, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I think that should be... I think I didn't miss any moves down here, I hope. Okay, cool. And now, what we will do now is battle against the fire element. So I will roll again. I have a 1. That is wonderful. And the fire element has a 6. This really... Somehow, a 6 comes up really often on that die here. I will take a look at that for 2 or 3 more moves, but if that keeps happening, I will have to change the die because that is pretty funny coincidence. Okay, so the fire element has 1 point. I have 0, so I have a 3, and the fire element has a 6. Okay, that's enough. I'm now getting a new die. So here, new die. This one will be for now retired, put into dice jail. All right. I'm not gonna change the roll now because I already rolled, right? That would be cheating. So what I will do is just, these were 2 moves, by the way, and the fire element has 2 points already. So we need to restart the combat again, right? So let me roll a 4, and the fire element has a 2. All right, so that's 1 point for me, and also a move, and then I have a 2, and the fire element has a 2 as well. So that is the same face. So we will just repeat that, a 2 and a 2. So we repeat again. That is a 6. That is nice, and a 3. So that means it's 2. We have 2 points. So we win We win the battle. We don't even need to do the third one because we already have 2 out of 3. So now we also have the fire element. Alright, so let's see how we can best get... Well, we can't go like this, right? So we need to go up to the earth element somehow. There is a straight line here, you see? From here all the way there. So let us move back up 3. I think that's a good idea. No, 2. 2, I mean. So we need to move up 2. Yeah, it doesn't really matter which of these we use. This will give us one more step. This will have no effect, so it doesn't matter. I only want to move 2. So let me just move 2 up there. And now we have a straight line over there. Okay, well, we almost have half our moves full. So we need to get going. Doesn't really... well, let's do an extra turn here with the 6. And so we move 5. And we will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 over there. And we get an extra turn. So we don't have to cross off an extra move, which is great. 1 and 2. Well, we will have to move 1. Because if we move 2, then we will miss our go, which we don't want to, right? So let's move 1. And now roll again, which is another move. 1, 1. Alright, so 1 means miss your go, so we can't do anything. So another move. 6 and 1. Oh no. Well, but the 6 would be an extra turn, so that's fine. So we will just move 1, but we don't have to cross off the next one now. That is great. 5 and 1. 1 would be miss your go again. But 5 would make us lose 1 step, so we can't move, no matter how we do it. Okay. 4 and 3. So let's use the 4 and gain 1 extra step from the 3, so we can move 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. We are getting low on moves here. That is pretty bad. 3 and 2. 3 would be gain 1 extra step. Doesn't matter which one we take. We will always move 3. Did I cross off a movement? I think I did. I will cross off now 1 for the next one. 4 and 3. Let's use the 4 and gain 1 extra step, which doesn't matter because we are already here. Okay. We just made a little detour here along the way. Okay. So let's try to get the Earth's elemental power. So we have a 6, which is great. That is enough to win. If they don't roll a 6, they don't. So it's 1 point for us. 4, 3. 2 points for us. That was 2 moves. But we already now have the Earth power. So we have 3 or 4 powers and we still have 11 moves. So I think we're doing okay. We just now need to go straight down. Because you see, when we go straight down, we are already here right by the water champion. So 2, 2, that means we just move 2. Move down 2. That was a movement here. I hope I didn't miss any moves, but I think we should be able to do it now. Well, it depends on how we do in the battle. Let's move 3 and get an extra turn. So 1, 2, 3, and now we don't have to cross anything off. 4 and 4. That is just a movement of 4. Now for the next one we do have to cross off a movement again. 3 and 1. Well, let's move 1 and gain 1 extra step from the 3, which is a 2. And now it doesn't matter because we just need to move 1 more. 6, 1. Doesn't matter. Let's just move 1. And we would get an extra turn, but we don't move anymore. So that is okay. So, and now we battle against the water elemental champion. And let's hope that we can make it in 3, 6, 8 rolls. But we still have our combat expert here, which we only needed once so far. So we have a 2, and the elemental has a 4. I will give that to the water elemental for now. I will not use my combat expert, I think. But we could also, well, but then it would be equal. No. Let's give it to them. So it's 1 point for the water elemental. We have a 6, great. And they have a 2. So that is 1, 1. And now we need to win the last one here. We have a 3, which is okay because we still have the combat expert. And they have a 1. We don't even need the combat expert. So we won. We got 2 points. They only got 1. So we now have all the elements, but we still need to go back to the altar. And we just need to move up one, and then we can move all the way there. Or just move all the way there and then move up. We have 5 moves for that, so we should be able to do it. So we have what we do now is, let me cross off one. I will move 4 into this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 6 gives us another extra turn, so we don't have to cross anything off. 1, 1, so we don't move. Well, that was bad. So let's cross one off for that one here. 5, 5, that means we move 5, but we lose one step there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we just need 2 more movements. It doesn't matter how much, we just need a 1. So we should be able to do it, but it's got to be really close. Well, actually, no, we can also just move up here. That would be enough too, because then we're at the altar. No, we need to go on the field of the altar, so it doesn't matter. 2, 2, that means we move 2, but no effect. So let's just move 1 there. And then cross off this one here and move 1 more. Right, 5, 5. So we use 4, but we can just move back to the altar. And that's it. So you see, like we did this little bow tie here and got back to the altar. We got all our 4 elements. And that is how the game works. I actually only had one movement left here. So it was really, really close. But, well, we made it, which is great. So, yeah, that was my playthrough of Elemental Force, the Battle of the Elements. Just a small and simple game that I backed at Kickstarter. I don't know if you can still get it. If you can, as usual, I will put the link in the description of this video here. Otherwise, I will just link to the Kickstarter itself. In case you're interested in that. There were 3 maps included. This is the first one. As far as I've seen, I haven't tried the other ones yet, but from what I've seen, they're quite similar. So they're not that different, I think, but I would have to see. It's possible that the assistants and dice rolls are different, but apart from that, I think they're not that different. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this playthrough. If you did, why don't you let me know by dropping a comment in the comment section of this video here. I'm always happy to speak to all of you. And if this is the first of my videos you're watching, why don't you head over to my channel and check out all the other videos I have released. There's quite a lot to get through there. I'd love to see you there. And apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the very next video. Alright, take care everyone, and cheers.